Hello everyone, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Last time I finished stuff getting the 5 stars on Colony Muse, so I'll almost never have to go back there again. Thanks for that, Lance. Yeah, I was thinking where to go next, and at the end, last part 2, I was looking through different locations, and Keves Castle town clearly needs our help. They've got 3 bonds, 2 of them are openly hostile, and the other one's basically just at war. So I think they'll be opposite of their neighbors of Colony Tau. It's like, yeah, we're just friendly with everyone. There's a question mark right here. Everyone talk to you for. Oh, well, never mind. No talking for me. Excuse me. Am I right in thinking you're the boss? Oh, sorry, who are you again? Oh, I do beg your pardon. Castle Inspector Ulrich. I'm looking everywhere for you. Wait a sec. I've seen you somewhere before. Maybe Riku's still half asleep. Riku's certain he's seen you inspecting in Colony 9. Is that so? Do you not remember the faces of your own army's officers? No, I suppose not. Oh, don't worry about it. You said you'd been looking for us. Oh yes, I actually had a favor to ask you. Oh yeah? It says colonies that aren't bound by flame clocks. Yes, I just want to check in on how the colonies without flame clocks are coping. Just see if the soldiers are adapting to life without flame clock and console. Oh, it's great, but what do you need us for? Surely officer rank comes with an elite bodyguard or two. No, I was hoping you could fill a rather different role. So many colonies have been liberated, or methods of observation aren't quite as effective. See how you can't just stroll into an Agnian colony and casually observe, yes? If all boys show up, you'll not be warmly welcome, I'm sure. I guess. Okay, that's not what you were asking. You were asking us to observe colonies. You were not asking us to observe Agnian colonies. That's 2 different subjects, buddy. One of those is just checking up on your own subjects. Another one is going up against an enemy nation and giving you spy intel for you. So, what do you say? Should not took the castle. Not only that, but support the people living in the colonies. Of course there'll be terrible people for you. Have you learned nothing about me by now? Yeah, exactly. Okay. I believe you about your support of the people. Everyone else okay with it? Silence. Then we'll do it. I'm so grateful. Colonies will be to survey. Super random choice won't be very effective. Right, I was thinking we could start with Colony 9. Oh? Somehow Ulrich's been to inspect before. Maybe the colony that felt the effects of liberation hardest. What do you think, Ulrich? No objections here. Go talk to Kite. To get everything ready. The new inspector. Okay, I guess I've got a job to do already. What are you saying? There's a door that can't be opened. We're going to our walkway, isn't it? Where's it lead to? I wouldn't know. Though I heard people say that only Majesty can open that door. That's Amelia, get out! There's an eye mark over there. I'm just going to ignore for a second. I thought that Nopon is here and holds up big shots in mighty Keves Castle. Guard Captain Sigmund's inspections person in Luciania. Both come often. I recommend try extra special dish of cured meat risad. Don't you really love much? I never wanted to see the words cured meat in a sentence again. Also, what was that Nopon in the background doing? I saw that. You were jumping up and down all around those chairs.
Good to add more names.
You're not even in here. You're outside. Alright. If you're outside, then, yeah, we're going to Colony 9. But now there we go. Colony 9. Let's go.
see some relations have changed.
Alright. Hey, Kite. Oh, what's up? If you hear about the fields. The fields? Oh, you say this colony grows food supplies rather than us as an eminent planet. Oh, who's this? The castle inspector's back again! You said Kite remembers it. Oh, shut up! Well, what do you want? Sorry for dropping in unannounced. The thing is, blah 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 blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. And that's about the long and short of it. So just tell us about how Colony 9 has been doing. The fields and all. Oh, yeah, why not? Oh, you don't need to go that far. You just take a look at the fields, that would be fine. To find the fields, go out down the slope towards the back entrance, straight across the bridge, and they'll be on your left. But thank you. Well, I'll be off then. La la la! Oh, hey, don't just... he's gone. Wait, don't go! I need to talk to Kite! Sorry, we're talking soon. Very soon. Yeah, okay. That's nice. We're going back to talk to you. Well, fields are pretty awesome. If you stop and think about it, chance to create life from the ground up. And thus, you've learned to nurture life instead of taking it. Yeah, I guess I'm looking at space and nurture. Oh, it's just so, I mean, when you care for something so deeply, it feels just well up, you know? Here's the go, right? Instead of start walking on these fields. Gotta acknowledge that.
Oh, that smells gorgeous.
Still have Fiona with me. There's no reason to. Like, I think Tyon is a signifier. I'm going to know it a lot better than before. This is according to you helps me that alone. I was really impressed by how much he knew about the crops. With that, he's a great teacher too. This is going to be a great asset beating potato cultivation. Surely, but he's going to need a bit of protection, right? Oh, that's right, but no worries. Whatever comes his way, got him covered. I'll come back. Why'd you stop right next to the cutscene guy? Hey, I just bought a bunch of spuds. Some before they go. They'll give you mad strength. Yeah, do it to good. For love. Suddenly grown 49 tetas, and there's no way to do some Mobius. Sure. I sure think Sconny Tell did the reason we're able to grow such nice taters. Some of those buds stinks. What's that sound? I can't believe I've been duped again. Like, I went into this expecting to do a Keves Castle mission, and here I am in Colony 9. What is it about Colony 9? Oh, Xenon's here. You've been able to learn so much from the spongy spuds. Still, I dare say there are other crops that could be left for a similar result. Be able to deepen our understanding if we collaborate with Colony Tau, too. Imagine about Kite. Love that I'm shut. Indeed. I can learn to bear plenty of fruit. Looking forward to it.
I see some relations have changed.
It's wonderful. Oh, you can't just go running off on your own, mate. I'm sorry about that. It's just so thrilled the prospect to see it. Support impressive. Yeah, very impressive. Like, what's the population of Colony 9 exactly? Because this doesn't feel like enough. Right? Like, they would need way more than this. Unless these things are growing in the span of, like, a couple days. Which they're clearly not. Really stellar work. Would you push this initiative? Actually, no, we helped a bit. That's what the colony's doing. You wanna bet? I can't believe you just lied to the man's face! I see. Oh, marvelous. One of the I guess Gimme just helped out with it a lot. But what? Oh, these the Keves working together. Oopsies. Do you mind if we visited an acting colony next? Are you sure? I am. I believe there's some in the vicinity now. The nearest is Colony Gamma. We go there next. Suppose for a second it's slightly guarded. Normal times it wouldn't be uncommon to see some kind of military action here. There's never times no longer normal. The other world is now. In that case, we can still show you around. Some of us used to be home, but then it's off. Alright, well, we're going. Actually, I'm gonna run out because I'm curious if there's any voice lines for this. Anything? Probably not. Usually they trigger as soon as you start running. Yeah, no, there's nothing. Okay. There's a mark over there. Oh, that's for the Hulk, so I didn't do the Hulk. I think I'm still level 75. I never leveled myself down. I'll do the game of stuff first. But I do want to do that too before I go to another map. So this is going to Gamma, is it? I thought they were going to set foot in an Acne colony. I've got new soldiers here. Yes, they're kept from the front lines, so is the reserve force. Does that interest you? Of course it does. These soldiers are terrified in the face of the uncertain future that the breaking of Flamefolk has given rise to. Incentivized to turn harder, actively possibly work to survive in this new harsh world. Part of the change that you have brought about. We'd probably be proud to hear you assessing them in such a way. Thanks enough. I see you taken to the next place. Oh yeah, where to this time? The city. Yeah, okay, city it is. But what? Well, wait, the city? That's not a colony, but you know what, sure, why not? We're already terrible people. Yes, the city. A place on Ionia such as affiliated with either Keves or Agnes. May I introduce you to a Nopon? They have been around for at least 1,000 years. Have never once taken a side in the conflict. You have to be aware of this. But that's when I heard such a place existed. Again, Nopon caravans. Maybe it's challenging to bring an outsider with no connections to the city, though. Yes. Some of the city folks live. Oh, there is Keves Castle. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, it'll be easier to get him in the city at least. What a lot! We literally had a man from Mobius just waltz in there like he owned the place. But there's no rules in place about this. Well, if you know, get around here out at least. Well, you're implying that Monica wouldn't hear you out? Well, would that be okay, Ulrich? Not quite what you hoped for, but of course it's fine. My interest lies in the people in other places. But let's get to Keves Castle. Okay, well, like I said before I go anywhere else, I want to do this whole thing, which looks like this is going to be the closest warp, so we're going there.
That sound.
You're on this direction. It's perfectly in this direction. Did the second one drop in the same? No, it's just one.
Is that a supply drop?
Do I go? You know, why not? Is it gonna be worth it? What do you think? I'll do it.
Smart.
Let everyone get their health back.
Hope there's something useful here.
Of course there isn't. Fine.
Try to stop us.
I don't want to fight them. Almost.
Beat the animals up. Whatever.
You're a lifesaver.
Alright. I actually do like this class quite a bit. I do wish it kept the aspect from Xenoblade 1 where you could choose which element you were summoning, though.
That was spectacular.
I'm not thrilled about it being random.
You were all thinking
I'll need
it.
a hand here.
I'm on it.
What do I get out of this? Wolf Skin, which I definitely got from that fight anyway. Ether Cylinder, which I have way too much of. Pure Gemstone. And some guards that I'm gonna forget exist in approximately 5 seconds. What was I talking about? I don't know. Hulk's gotta be around here. Yep, there it is. Alright, they're gonna get bodied.
I don't want to do this, but you're in our way.
We'll be out of here in no time.
Oh good, I've been aggroed by something.
Jack, I'll pull the reinforcements. Hey, this feels pretty good.
Show us what you got, Senna.
What did I summon? Fire and other.
Stay with me.
And down.
No, you can't. Chin up.
Well, I lost my elements. Yeah, I may have to run over the... Oh, there's only 7 this time. Okay, now we're doing fine. I wish I noticed that. Then again, I can't do my topple move. My stupidly powerful topple move. I'll go for this one. Okay, summon elements. Can finally get them back. It's water and fire this time. So healing and attack up. I like the idea of smashing everything. Take off, come on. Oh, you got a topple. Yes! Ah, you smashed early. I was trying. Oh, fine. We'll do chain attack.
I have an idea. Here goes.
Really swap off of you. Oh, sure, release elementals. Because that has a break. It didn't work, but it has one. You have a break. It didn't work. Oh, you were already broken, that's why it didn't work. I didn't even notice till now. Oh, you're definitely not toppled, so... Out of attackers, so... There we go. Topple. Mio has launch. Anything that doesn't have smash is good now. Oh well, you're overkilled. Yeah, you're 15 levels below me. I'm not gonna get any good rewards out of this. Just end this fight as soon as I have a chance. I was only doing this because I was hoping I could get the Noah smash off earlier.
That was incredible. This is something decent, right?
Oh, it's 4.
Well, we've been found.
Oh, somebody saw me. Don't know which one. Oh, thank you. Made that easy.
Come here! I got something for you. You're a lifesaver. Keep your expectations.
Oh, well, you've been toppled. Any chance you can launch me out? No, you can't actually. Oh, he has a topple, but this move's only good when I use it as a combo.
It's amazing.
Oh, I got all 3. Well, that's actually really good. What am I targeting? I'm targeting you. don't have any elements, so I'm gonna break anyway. Where did you go? Oh, you're still over here. Okay, they got a break. Somebody topple. Mia's dead. She strayed too far. Might need to get rid of the other smash. I can't activate Noah's in time. This move's too slow, like that's the downside.
Whoa, this is really good.
Let's use this.
I'm pretty sure it's the fusion art on lands. Alright, how many of these things do you want?
On it.
Here we go.
It's unlikely, but there is a chance they might just ask for like a stupid high amount. I just won't be able to activate it. 30, I'm fine. I was thinking like if they asked for like 90. I would have had to go, which mind you wouldn't have been that bad. I just go to the Keves region and grind them out. Here we go, Franus Hulk rebooted. Franus Hulk was rebooted so that it's up and running again. You can now use the newly revved Nopon Caravan rest spot. What are the Nopons doing here?
Looks like a good rest spot.
Here's hoping for something special.
Hey, isn't this valuable?
We should take good care of that.
Oh, that's actually a lot of stuff out here. A lot of gold Nopon
Anything
points
to
too.
help our cause.
Curious what items are
Rare
on
doodle
this.
right here.
How much does it cost? 1,800. I'll do one. I'm not exactly set of money bags anymore, so I can't waste too much of it. Yeah, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. Alright. There's still a place now. You only have some monsters looking old furnace here, but biggest specialist monsters we ever seen. Customer? No, just should ask you to help out some register thing. Oh, that time already. Days pass so fast. Why not have blue stone for you? Please give me a shell. We'll take good care of it. Well, all we have to do is mention his name. Pretty convenient, right? Oh, that was Santa. Well, I'm not rereading that. Makes our job easier. Don't jump everyone with forgetful Dazzy. Tapana have extremely good memory skills. Well, I'd be handed over. This is up to
Good
friends.
to add more names.
Papana is a big fan of rude colonies, I noticed. Nothing beat feeling of shopping with backdrop of wreckage and detritus of violence. They're flesh about. Yours and welcome.
Bye.
Boosting by 30%. Hit rate by 40%. Agility by 30. 90% resistance to bind. At that point, I wonder why they didn't just make it like full immunity. Like if it's already 90% resistant, like you might as well just make it immune. Like that's honestly, even if it was full on immunity to bind, it still probably wouldn't be worth it. Boost attack by 30%. That can be really good on the right person. It's 90% resistance target. Like, yeah, that's the same thing as the other one. Like I'm already putting the item on anyway. You might as well just have it be 100% resistant. Like, what's that 10% gonna do? And again to the sleep one. Again. Next time, put water where eyes are. Alright. Let's get over to Agnes Castle. Not too sure what you're talking about, saying that the city wouldn't accept, though, like, come on. Like, at most, they'd ask for an eye patch. And even those seem to be optional. How you doing, Ogie? Oh, if it isn't Noah, doing just dandy. Yeah, I can look who it is. Oh, you're looking well. So, are you Aggie? Or so you're Aggie? I can't read. Oh, so these are city people who reside in the castle, yes. Who's this? Friend of yours? Yes, so what's happening is blah blah blah. And then we got completely distracted and we went to go destroy a giant piranha hulk. Oh, interested. Who you want to learn about the city, eh? I do, as people with first-hand experience and knowledge. Might tell you a bit about life there. There's no reason why not. Know what he vouches for you, who we should decline. Okay, shoot us, say anything. Oh, thanks so much from bottom of my heart. Please, just take a moment. I'd knock stuff out, I'll find something to do. Oh, thanks so much, and I'll see you later. 3 years later, everyone's died from their terms going over. And it's Ghost just like, please, one more question. Are they done yet? There's 3 of them now. Well, 4 of them, you know what I mean. Oh, looks like it. You have to do anything good from them? Yes, they had a lot of very interesting things to say, however. Go on. I'm so interested that I don't think I'll ever have enough time to explore it all. I think we have to stay here for a while. What? Like, live here? Are you serious? Yasagi no Gizuet, the Seeker, the representative for Agnes, have welcomed me quite warmly. I sound so drastic. I thought I used my position as inspector to benefit the castle and Keves itself. I thought it necessary to completely annihilate the opposing force. Ellipses. But it sounds foolish in the present, which we have now found ourselves. Why are you really concerned with this prosperity that put on the back so much sacrifice? Probably because your fathers and forefathers and etc. all did the same thing. Why indeed. I feel like you open my eyes. I just like a city. Seeing them working together, and I know shape of the future you must create. When these people truly get to know them, we first step towards the goal. You see, I guess the work he has done. But I thank you for accompanying me on this journey. I hope this path leads to far greater understanding. For the future of Keves, no, all of Mayonnaise. There we go, quest complete. Ulrich settled down at Agnes Castle to understand further how this city, Keves and Agnes might find a way to coexist. No rewards, unless you count EXP, Golden XP as a reward.
I see some relations have changed. Looks like colony relations have changed.
Yes, it did. Oh, Keves Castle's thing changed. Okay, let's see if... How do I change what shows... Colony says, that's it, okay. Okay, you know, you have 2 ceasefires. That's probably the best you're gonna get. Yeah, maybe work on Colony 4 next. Like, you're the one that was openly threatening them. Oh, whatever. I don't get out of there. Alright, map. Back to Keves Castle. Or just the town. I'm sure there's some more to do. It took nearly 30 minutes already, though. I did do 2 quests if you count the Piranha Hulk thing, too. Which I do. Like, that is a quest. It was basically still at the start. Her Majesty, the Queen has been rescued and starting to meet her. Yeah, I could bring her out any second if you wanted. Oh, me too. So we don't really boost the morale of everyone here. Didn't everyone think that she was around the entire time? Like that was the whole point? Or whatever. Okay. Okay, I keep using this. Get out of there, Fiona. We don't need 2 of you. Huh. At least someone that I don't have unlocked and I want. How about... Oh, sure. I didn't really get to see you in combat.
Down to this.
Oh, yes, this. I thought the castle would always stand strong no matter how many assaults Magnus it took. But all it ultimately took was a small squad of soldiers, so Warsaw and another level compared to us grunts. Achievement!
Interesting news.
Oh no, don't tease me, game.
I hope we can make use
For
of
those that
this.
don't know, achievements actually used to be a thing in these games. Like, Xenoblade 1 and X actually had proper achievements. Like, obviously they weren't supported by the system, they were Nintendo exclusive games, but they had achievements in-game. Person in front of Nottingham Cathedral been drawing curious drawing recently. Oh. There's 2 of those. Where's the other one? She paid for that colorful picture thingamajig. Not a single G. Oh, well, there you go. There's the other one.
This sounds pretty serious.
Alright, let's go sit down and talk about it. Place is right here, which is very convenient. Can I speak with anyone? No. I couldn't if I wanted to.
Better make sure we're well rested.
Do you want to sit down, Tyon, Nana? Masha, I think your name was. 40% AC boost. I mean, I don't really need it, but I'll take it. It's better than nothing.
Delicious.
Oh, well, I guess she did sit down for it.
I couldn't eat another bite.
Hey, at least you're eating more. Okay, it's gotten worse. Like, the only ones sitting down still are Uni, Mio, and Lands. And I guess if you consider that sitting, then Banana's sitting. And what's worse, like, Noah and Tyon are just gone? Like, who knows where they went? Alright, let's start talking. Alright. Curious Picture has a quest tied to it, so we'll do achievement
Could you all
first.
come round for a second?
It's the first one I talked about. But anyway, this was Agnes. I managed to destroy the Keves Castle's flame cloak too. That's some steady progress in it. Since it weird come from me, I know. But there's all different sides to the power of Ouroboros. That's true enough. Yet there ought to have been many in the past who came on Ouroboros and fought Mobius. About that, we only really know about one group of Ouroboros in the past. Like, because we're us. Yes, I sincerely think so. First I felt uncertain about it. Now I can say with confidence. Thanks to all of us we made it this far. Truly grateful to have the experience of standing shoulder to shoulder with you all. Ellipses. Oh, ellipses? Ellipses! I'm gonna say something. Nothing really comes to mind. I didn't expect that kind of speech from him of all people. I feel embarrassed now. My face being so awkward. But I'd like to return your sentiment. Things getting so many times over. Don't think I'd ever thank you enough. But now that's a good follow-up. But I see, you put so bluntly. I feel a little put on the spot. But Tyon, you're the one who started, you muppet. They rarely ever use those stop bubbles, so it's actually seen it brought out.
Let's lay out the facts.
Although I'm sure it was very awkward for Tyon. I hear some strange individuals has been creating some sort of colorful picture at the Port of Vavers. Oh yeah, they come paintings, right? About that from Monica? It's a culture thing they're always being known about. Should we get people making paintings like that in Keves? Yeah, I thought only city folk do that kind of thing. What would you say to a field trip? Can't deny my interest is piqued. Hold the iris! No nonsense silence to nosy is for the spark of it! For the record, I don't live entirely by book. Especially now. No objections here. See if we can see a Fort of Vivers. Or Verbers, I don't know. Reading hard. Alright, let's go. We're on a field trip!
Let's move out.
Need to go find the Stefan person. Oh, it's you back here. How did we miss you before? Oh, sorry. Excuse me, are you the person that's been making a painting around here? You okay? Was you listen to my tale of woe? I was once a soldier who attended Council K. My capture his likeness with a portrait. A portrait's different from normal paintings. A portrait's a type of painting. I painted K as I was ordered. It's my sacred duty. And one day, K had found some ruffians called Old Boris, but his purpose vanished like smoke. Yep, that's us. You're welcome. But his purpose spare me. Of my passion undimmed, I returned to the castle where there could yet be a consul. But every day my talent is mocked. How can an image fail an enemy soldier they jail, Bulgari? I mean, they're not wrong. You're in between two... You have two colonies that are basically war colonies. Between the castle down here and Colony 11. But the soul remains in all of Ionis who appreciates my art. I've not heard of any. But enough of my sorrowful tale. Who are you? Where? Wait, no, you're the Ouroboros? Don't worry, we mean you no harm this time. This time. You're only wondering if you wouldn't mind showing us your painting. This portrait, I mean. No, I don't mind. See, if you're the person who recall the dyes, a soft brush, and a material called a canvas. It's a portrait, is it? That's right, in portrait painting forms arts of culture. That's what the K educated me in. Quite poly, so I'll just ascribe no value to it. Then I returned to the castle and slender hope of successor. All but known as Brian. You're on the right spot, eh? Exactly, yes. Yeah, I don't think culture's gonna do much good for you when you're risking your neck out in the front lines. Culture. Wait, you said Monica had been talking about culture before? Oh yeah, and? Could such thing be true? I know all about that kind of stuff. It's not part of the city, so I figures. Oh, city, never heard of such a colony. But the name certainly smacks of culture. Very well then. Should be so kind as to show a little Dom's city of yours. Okay, so I get it. We're not allowed to bring that last guy in. But this guy who openly wanted to work for a console and still does, yeah, you're gonna be fine. Well, I don't remember signing up for. Should such discerning folks to be able to value my art at its true worth? And if not, then I shall simply... Okay, he's saving the waterworks. This report thing looks like he's at the end of his tether. We really just screwed that last guy over. For no good reason. Fine. Oh, thank you. I shall trust you with my precious portrait. K's portrait. Which one was K again? Okay, let's get this valued at the Well shop. This is the piece I have most faith in among all my work. Let me just go with you.
Good to add more names.
Oh, Stefan is more. This is the piece I have most faith in among all my work. I'll just go with you. Okay, so it's just the last thing you said. Alright, city. There's a mark right here. Okay. Alright, Xenoblade 3, console K, sure. I'm looking it up now so I can have a reminder. I'm not sure. Oh, well, no wonder I didn't remember you. K's the one that was in Colony 4. Literally the first one that went. It was the first one we killed. That's why I didn't remember you. Oh, how's it going now? Well, great, thanks for asking. I learned a new trick. This will be going down in stone with everyone. Hey, do you know Mizuki, by the way? You have to be acquainted. I feel like I could lift everyone's spirits, just like I did for him once. Not to succeed to me, but I feel like I was able to achieve something only I could do.
Good to add more names.
That's nice. Now go back to juggling. Oh, your boss is busting a gut to save the world. But I'm going to keep cracking with my job as usual. The way I look at it, it's maintain the norm, keep the city folk at ease. So I'll just hang back here and use my intense thoughts to amuse the old and young. You can leave that particular frontier to me. You have to give him what for? That entire thing could have been like 5 bubbles shorter and lost nothing. Welcome to shop of Well. Oh, hi, Webber. I actually brought something we'd like you to take a look at if you've got a moment. Please appraise this. We need an appraiser. You're not a customer today? Well, let's take a look. It's portraits. Sometimes we arrange handling of such thing in shop. This was painted by Keves. Let's have its value appraised. We got a clue ourselves. It's been a long time since we'll ever see other people outside the city. Overcome with sudden inquisitivity. Leave painting with well for further investigate. Won't you just be so quick about it? What is it? Hey, don't laugh, the ghost trying his best. This portrait is torn a piece of... What? That bad? Oh, it would be a masterpiece! It's perfection! Some Jesus, man! The boldness of brushstroke, innovation of palette! The favorite is scrapped out of physical nature to work. The 200,000 G is a bit of a bargain. That much! 200 grand for these squiggles! Well, that's very rude! Artist this portrait is talent of rare genius! Knew it had to be something special. This far defied my expectations. But what are you so happy about? Well, let's give Stefan the good news then. Oh, you're not selling a piece? Well, we haven't asked the artist if he wants to sell. Well, I understand it. Well, I'll provide official stamp report evaluation. That guarantee good for everywhere in Ionios. Thank you. Alright, time to go back to... Actually, wait. Run around to see if... any voice lines. Okay. Pick up that. I don't know why the map in Pacific is so unique, but whatever, fine. Oh, I shouldn't have warped the holy lid. Well, it's fine, I'll just have to fall a lot. Okay. I only have to fall 70 meters. I'm sure it'll not be as bad as I think. I have no evidence to back this faith up, but I just have a really good feeling. I can probably survive that jump. I'm gonna land here just in case, though. Yeah, I'm fine.
Smarts.
Hey, Stefan, you're rich now! Especially if you have more like this. Oh, you're back. I was in agony of waiting. Tell me, have you any news to report? Well, you want to be rich? To 200,000 G! Yeah, couldn't believe it either. The dots for one little picture. What can I possibly thank you? What price? Faith in oneself. One value the knowledge and other people appreciate one's art. Now, so what do you want to do with the portrait? You could sell it or keep it. But I know exactly what I shall do. I'll give it to you. Oh, you sure about that, mate? Isn't a small token of my gratitude for resolving the problem we've been gnawing at my heart? What problem? Problem of passion. Passion inspired by your work of art is the most important aspect of culture. I used to have Kay to opine my work and feed my passion for the arts. After his untimely passing, it's not enough to confront the true meaning of my work, as I've resigned to obscurity. However, you happen to be the judgment of abundant value. Passion I'd lost returns tenfold and overflowing my heart. I'm getting about 1 word in 10. You know your portraits on the people, don't you? What do you paint next? My first comeback work. It's someone bringing their personality to be my model. Alright, so you're painting Senna, right? Is that how that's gonna work? Or at least one of us? Wait, are you gonna paint us? No, you're too fierce a spirit. Too peaceful to be such my portrait. Oof, well, okay. Thanks for telling it how it is. What I want to paint is someone who appears weak at first glance, who has a core of strength within. Okay, so paint Riku. Yeah, that reels out our 6 then. Why don't we get one of the commanders involved? Or the others who have agreed to help us? That would be wonderful. In your debt. See if we can find anyone who looks promising and bring them back here. Anyone that looks weak at first? I don't know, what would Fiona count? I should await your return. How funny it would be if I had to bring Fiona back. Bring a model that will fit Stefan's next painting and talk to him? You know, maybe he'll accept Masha. Who knows? Would you be able to bring a new Ninja Proto subject? Most of my subjects are person, so please bring your finds here. Okay, so the developers went above and beyond on this next part. Every single hero character, except for the DLC ones, which Masha's DLC ones, so that's why she didn't get anything. Yeah, everyone else, they all have unique lines. Also, as it turns out, I was right. He does want Fiona. So guess who he's getting last? That's right, we're going in order starting with Melia.
My mind is made up. You have my full support.
Oh, this is the place that the Queen for the False Throne which you topped so mightily. Oh, nobody like an imposter. Oh, you first to the fake you saw my throne too long ago. But nothing to be done about it, I suppose. Okay, I'm not gonna act like they're absolutely like massive character-driven things, but still.
And we will build the future.
Also, Joe, so much of Agnes. There's something that was lacking in the department. Ellipses. Oh, it's certainly an expressive glare. I think our collaboration is not fit to be this time. Understandable.
Final mission orders received.
Unexpected, I don't think I've ever seen a levelness like this before. It's a special model. Hypothesis confirmed. Was this a voice within the machine, or low yet charming? Aha, the difference between a form and content. I had never considered this! How inspiring, How would you depict in a portrait? Alright, Kamarabi, we're...
Fight with you till the last embers of my life.
Okay, that's a bit overkill, Kamarabi. Such a daring, set opposite of your humble timid artist. I fear I'm not the right man to do you justice upon the canvas. What can I say? Follow. I will strike through the man you perceive me as.
I won't falter. Not if we can change this world.
Can I change my change my shortcut so that I can replace one here? I never used the quest one, so wait, no, place this one with, how do I, oh, why? Yeah, is there an option here? Hero roster, there is one! I just need to get onto that menu. It won't let me. Like, what am I editing? Okay, I want to replace with Y. Replace. And I want to replace the ones up there! It'll only be... Here, let's just say hypothetically... Yeah, that's what it seems like it's trying to do. It just wants to switch in piece 4. I'll be right back. I figured it out. It's... You hit confirm. Don't ask stupid questions. Here's some hero roster there. Okay, yeah, this is way faster. Oh no, it's in a different order! I can't use this. Fridge. Well, I'll still keep the bind for the future. I don't think I actually talked to you with Miyabi, so... Oh, so close to my ideal portrait subject. There's just a smidge more strength to inspire the soldiers. Oops, sorry Miyabi, you're not strong enough. A small, weak girl is stronger than you. I'm terribly sorry.
It's my job to blaze a trail for you, Dax.
Okay, I would be genuinely offended if you thought the Gondor was the one you're looking for and no one else was. What an unusual outfit. Looking for this fashion, a strong sense of haughtiness. It's a little too close for my purposes. Not fitting my vision of all. You may leave. Oh, I'll leave after I get in one good punch on you, pal. Condor, no! Ugh. Right, Triton. Oh, you're this fine specimen of a man to mortal. One year don't come cheap, laddie. Something about you is reminiscent of Kay. It's almost like you're Mobius. At least a while ago, I'd have been elated to immortalize you on canvas. I have something of a different vision now. Oh, well, that's a shame. Here I thought I'd give Kay a right run for his money. Right, and conveniently ignore Fiona. You want Keves, if I'm not mistaken? Your mind does you've seen many battles. I'd rather had someone a little more delicate in mind, alas. Ah, shame that. I'm interested to see what kind of art springs up outside the city, though. They really went above and beyond.
Don't try to be a hero. Just be yourselves.
Oh, I quiver under that bewildered gaze. Yet in my next work, I wish to emphasize kindness. Like, you don't find me kind. You wound me, sir. Don't get him wrong. It just means you don't match his vision. No, I was just joking. See? You could have time for kindness. It's for staring in the face. I mean, yeah, I definitely want to draw more Tyon.
My life is
What could definitely do for more Tyon art.
for a little bit.
Oh, since they call you the suicidal maniac. Interesting. Yeah, yep, that's me. So how about it? Do I fit the bill? No, not at all. No, not at all. Look, it's a fortitude to paint your portrait. I would simply give out. They really went above and beyond. Oh, yes, you fit my vision exactly. Have we managed it? However, the ears are just a little bit... They don't harmonize with the motif of the whole. Sorry for being rude. I don't suppose the ears come off. No. Understood. So Juniper was the one that was the closest. Interesting. I would have thought if anyone we spoke to so far would have been the closest, it would have been Miyabi, like by a country mile.
Let's walk the path ahead together.
Ah, you've brought me an illustrious tactician. By dignity of his expression, it differs from my desired image. I wouldn't dare call myself tactician in the presence of Tyon here. But I was quite flattered at the idea of how my portrait painted. Oh well, shame. I like the idea that we've just been telling all of these people why we're dragging them out here.
Don't stray from your path. That's what I'm here for.
Oh, strange. Those who call my behavior suspicious. Or there are those who call my behavior suspicious. But this person is extremely suspicious. With bells on. There's more to it. I sense complexity beyond the experiences that can be amassed in a mere 10 years. Could I? Say no more than that. I consider this mysterious quality to be of value, but alas, doesn't match my vision. Alright.
In time of need, we here to help.
You better believe I want to see what Riku Mononis is. Oh, a pair of Nopon! I'm afraid I have trouble distinguishing Nopon. I kind of understand that, but these two are like the most distinct Nopon you're ever going to see, like really. One of them's a crazy chef and the other one has anime hair. Like, he has Rex's haircut. That's amazing. Inconceivable. How can you not tell Riku apart from this Tichpon? Who are you calling Tichpon? Four more, well, 5 more if you count
Fighting
Fiona.
by your side is an honor.
I've been waiting to behold such elegance and grace, so I shall pay you for the work after my next work. Yes, the one after the next, I think. Not this one, though. Alright. I look forward to being painted for the portrait after your next portrait. Well, I guess that's the highest praise any of them have gotten so far.
I'm here too, and I'll do my part.
Right, Valdi. I still have my my console's avatar as Valdi. Purely despite that one Xenoblade influencer that was like, nobody likes Valdi. Like, I like Valdi. Oh, right off the hand of yours. This isn't an off-the-shelf model, is it? Is that original? This is the hand of my Masterpon gave me. To my untrained eye, it's a work of prime craftsmanship. As I'm not familiar with painting evidences, so I must refrain. Oh, well, if you say so. Thanks for the kind words. Sorry I can't be of more use.
We'll make it. All of us.
Such awe! Such a commanding presence, the epitome of a commander. Sadly, this does not match my vision. You think I have a commanding presence? You're an odd one. Sorry I couldn't be of help, but I hope your efforts bear fruit. And he's been weirdly nice to everyone. Like, I feel like the only one who was just straight up, I do not like this person, is Gondor, which, you know what? Kindred spirit.
Game approaches.
Oh, you feel terrible pressure looking at his smile. I assure you, my smile contains no such thing. If I can be useful to you, I would gladly work with you. I'm far too shy to be equal to this task on the climb this time. Alright, we're out of heroes. Although, I guess for the sake of doing everyone,
Eno will be alongside till
even though I know Eno doesn't work. Would you be willing to bring a potential candidate? Yeah, okay. Interesting they have such a generic statement. I almost wonder if they were originally planning on making more heroes than they did. Just so they wouldn't have to do them for every individual character, which makes sense. It's just, if there's only 2, that seems overkill. Alright.
future awaits.
Can't believe I went through that whole spiel about replacing Fiona, only have to bring her back. Like, what are the chances? Oh, yes! The ephemeral appearance, belied by his strength contained within, the core of steel gleaming in the eyes. Yes, you were the perfect model to bring my vision for this new portrait to life. Who, me? Oh, please, this way, I must begin my great work. Oh, okay. I was supposed to bed you, Fiona. Expression's still stiff. Oh, it is. It's just that I've never done something like this before. I feel so exposed. Oh, you can do it, Fiona. I'm doing my best. Can you be in Lan too? Oh, yes, that's the expression I'm after. You don't talk to her about happy things to calm her nerves. Makes sense. I don't know, Fiona. Oh, is there anything you want? Snacks? I don't think I can hold this pose forever. Well, somebody should have to manage. A little more painting to be done. Just a little more. Let's say around 23 hours. 23! So long! I can't stay awake that long. That's your concern? I mean, that's a very valid concern, to be fair. We'll sleep halfway through, so we get right back up again. But you've always got my vaccine. Yes! Yes, perfect! Keep that thought. I'm going to need you all to keep talking for the next 23 hours! Oh, come on, you're making slowly. Wrap it up already. Seeing his painting praised by the city, Stefan regained his confidence. If you're ever in need of some G, try selling one of his paintings in the city. And I get some new info, painting of a console.
Interesting news.
Interesting. Oh, we're already up to 3 stars. So is Stefan still around? Imagine if the man has any sense, he's just moved to the city. Or tried to, at least. You were not here before. What do you have?
What to buy?
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. You have no... Okay, if you don't know why I'm upset, this store was not here when I ran around looking for these stores. I assume you had to be like a 2 stars or higher for this to spawn in. Frangable Yam was one of the things you could serve to the Armu farm on that 3rd tier. It was only worth 2. But that would have been a small price to pay if it meant I got guaranteed drops every time instead of going there just waiting. Also, would have been way less time. This would have been so much better. Oh, it would have been so much better. Just visit again. I'm not mad you're there. I'm mad you worked there before. I know I looked around for you. Martina, huh? Really quite fortunate. The blue clock is gone, but we have no idea time to consider what kind of new system I'll put in place instead. We were in our 10th time already. We just have to greet Oblivion before we can do anything to put it in order.
Good to add more names.
Yeah, so this game hasn't really done anything to explain what happens after the 10th turn. Does everybody just die? Like, now that the flame clock's gone, like, they should be fine, right? Like, there's no homecoming. Nobody's doing homecomings anymore.
We
We
could do with some
pretty
food.
thoroughly shut that down. Anyway, let's talk it out. Portrait of a consul.
Where should I start?
Well, that was a bit of a shock, eh? The portrait's the fan painted to be about 200,000 G. 200,000 G is equivalent to how many tasty sausage, please? Oh, enough to even you to get sick of them. Oh, it's an astonishing amount! Well, to the point where would anyone drop that much currency on it? What use is even a portrait K? Well, I suppose the city folk really hate the Mobius, so... Target practice, maybe? Yes. Wow! Yes, that is the purpose. We are going to sell this to them for target practice. I mean, that ending message
Time's a-wasting.
did say I could sell the portrait, right? And I can't imagine we're going to have any other use for this portrait, right?
Huh?
Actually, I'm going to double check just in
Hey, did you
case.
guys hear something?
Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, it has no other purpose, so you can just sell it. So it's a free 200,000 G. That's handy. But for authenticity's sake, like, I have to sell it to Well, right? I'm still mad that that shop in Keves Castle wasn't it. Like, that would have saved hours and hundreds of thousands of Gs if it was just there. I'm getting mad thinking about it. Alright, well, you want a painting? It's all yours. So esteemed personages like Keves enjoy paintings too, but would not have dreamed. Get a second to nothing too, but is frankly surprised. But friends divulged to the name of great artist? Yours name is Stefan. He must commit to memory. Unfortunate to have made such a friend.
I see some relations have changed.
Oh, if friends come to sell portrait, maybe? He's willing to pay 200,000 G for it. You better believe we're selling it. You got 200,000 G. Have fun with your target practice. Yeah, I got 200,000 G. I'm not completely impoverished anymore. Like, I'm still poorer than I was before the ranching, but it's alright. I'm only a little upset about it. Anyway, it's been over an hour, so I'm gonna end the part. Next time, I guess we'll look for more stuff to do in the city. There has to be more. We're only 3 stars in. So, take care, stay safe, and have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.